Um, I don't know. There's a lot of kind of like. It sounds ridiculous. I think I was 10 at the time. I was a huge fan of the books, and there was this TV campaign. A lot of my friends are doing it. They sent in videos of themselves, kind of reading parts of the book in various different characters, and I think I always felt this affiliation with Ron. I always felt this connection. We had similar things in common, and it wasn't even really about being an actor. It was never really what I wanted to do. It was about being Ron. So I made the video and sent it into this show called News Round, and I did like a rap about it was various information and statistics of like my height that kind of rhymed to a beat. And yeah, after that I got a few auditions, and I met Dan and Emma. We did some screen tests together, which I think they're on YouTube, you can watch them. It was an amazing feeling when we knew we got the part. It was, just incredible. I often kind of think about it. It was just an incredible moment where you were such a huge fan of this book, and suddenly you were kind of going to be a part of that world, and it was great. Lots of things attracted me to Servant. I think also it was kind of a very unusual thing to have a thriller that's half hour. That's something that's really cool. And I just loved the story, this kind of quite troubling subject matter. Yeah, it had this kind of quite surreal, kind of dark humour that kind of ran through it. And I loved the character. It was someone quite brash, and it was a lot of fun to play. But yeah, it's a great cast. I love I'm a huge fan of M. Night's. It was definitely a very special thing to work on. I don't know. There's a lot of kind of like. It sounds ridiculous, but opening wine using a corkscrew I found really difficult. And plus, Julian is kind of a wine guy, so he should really like know what he's. Occasionally we kind of bump into each other. I recently saw James and Oliver and Tom and Ivana and Warwick actually at Universal when we opened a new ride there, which was, and it's always great to see them. I mean, we're not kind of seeing each other all the time, but when we do, we always have a lot of fun. I mean, it was such a kind of a unique experience for all of us. I think we'll always have that kind of bond and that friendship, and it's only kind of us really know what it feels like to be a part of something like that. So it's great kind of reconnecting with them, and I think we'll always have little mini reunions until we're kind of old. It's great. What I loved about this set was that it was a fully functional house. Usually kind of when you're on set, you can very easily see that it's a two-dimensional thing. You just turn a corner and there's some guys like working or eating sandwiches off set. But this was very much it was a real functioning house, had a functioning kitchen, the bathrooms you could use, and it just felt very kind of immersive. And it was also this, I think, because the show is about grief, and it really had this quite heavy atmosphere, and you really did feel this sense of you wanted to get out of there. And when you did, there was this huge kind of sense of relief. But it was, it's a very interesting place, and to kind of learn that geography of all these different kind of rooms, and it was all kind of, we never leave the house, so it kind of feels quite claustrophobic, and I really enjoyed that.